Hi. I'm smiling though I'm gonna talk about sadness and depression. It's okay. Now we all go through this, definitely. We have traumas, we have uh, sad incidents, name it. Now, I'm not gonna talk about it in a medical way because lots of doctors, they're talking about this on the social media. I want to talk about an experience and what made me get out of depression. I went through depression and I used to have panic attacks. Of course, it happened gradually, and I didn't even know what was that. I was so scared, and I didn't know what to do. My mind was totally black. There's no light whatsoever in my brain, literally. I'm not just giving it as a metaphor. No, this is what was happening to me. And I didn't know why. I had a good life, and we all go through those times, hard times. I thought it was normal. But there were some things that I used to do without being aware that this would lead to depression, and then it will explode, and I will get those panic attacks. First of all, I want to tell you that there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's normal. And maybe sometimes people don't talk about this, but it's a fact. It's there. And I realized that lots of people have it, if not most of them. They have depression and they're living with it. The only thing they know to heal it or to treat it is medications, antidepressants. And actually, antidepressants, they numb the feeling and they suppress it more. There are people who would talk about it. They will talk about their problems to their friends, and this is really bad because you're not giving anything good when you talk about your problems or about your sadness or depression. You're affecting your friends negatively. Now, sometimes they can listen, sometimes it affects them, so you will push them away. And they don't deserve this, actually. It's within you. And it won't do you good because the more you talk about it, the more pain you will get. It will become more painful because you're bringing again all what happened in that incident, in that trauma, and you're getting all the sadness vibrations, and so you're not actually treating the problem, you're making it worse. For me, what made me start this journey and go into the studies and now doing this healing to people is depression and panic attacks. This is how my journey started. I used to have those panic attacks. I didn't know what were they. I've never heard of them because no one would talk about it. And I don't know how to handle it. I don't want to describe it because it's undescribable. Whatever I'm gonna say about it, it won't describe what's it exactly unless the person or someone who went through it, he or she would understand what I'm talking about. It's awful. I went to the doctor, and I had a problem with the doctors. I didn't trust them. It's me, it's not them. At that time, there wasn't a law which would protect me if I would say anything private about my life. And I'm a reserved person. I don't talk about my private life. I don't like, actually. I like to keep it to myself. And I didn't trust the way of treatment because, immediately they give you medication. This is the only way they know. This is what they know. And it didn't suit me, but for some time it is good. Because as I said, that my mind was totally black, so I couldn't see anything. I couldn't cope with life. I couldn't understand a thing. So I had to take medication to let just little light to open up in my brain so I can start reading about this thing, searching, So I took it for about 8 months, and at the same time, I was working on myself because I didn't believe in medication. I knew that one day it will get even worse. Now, not everything you read on Google would suit you, because each one of us has her or his own case. Some people, it will make them feel better to talk about God. For me, part of the healing was my relation with God. I was calling God the whole time. I needed to feel that I am supported by God. What really, besides this, what really healed me was yoga, the breathing technique. To me, it was a turning point in my life. What it does is this. Religion is not related to it, no matter what they do. Buddha or whatever. For me, it's breathing technique. Now, what it does to the body is it balances cholesterol, it balances blood pressure, it treats cancer. Imagine, only breathing. It treats depression. Since I started doing this breathing technique, depression left me for good. In the beginning, I kept on doing it for 3 months, and then I was too lazy to do it because it takes only 20 minutes, but to be committed and to do the effort to get up and do it, sometimes you get lazy and you underestimate things. So I stopped, and I started going down again. And then I told myself, this is a no joke thing. To me, the experience was too painful to bear to go through it again. No, it was painful. So I went back again, and since then, every day, 20 minutes, I'm doing this breathing technique, yoga. I'm gonna do a course about this. But now, I have this main course that I want to teach you what I really do. So, breathing makes oxygen, it does miracles to the body. It sounds like something very simple, but it really treats depression. It increases the happy hormone and decreases the sad hormone. And it makes you look at life in a cheerful, happy way. To me, this is a miracle. I wanted to share this with you because I know that lots of people, they go through this, and medication is not the solution. It can be for some time. Now I stopped it, of course, and I'm living without it, and I'm so happy, thanks God. Of course, there are ups and downs, but I know how to handle them, because this breathing technique, it makes you be able to control, to be in control of your feelings, to be in control of your thoughts, and even your actions. It makes you stronger. Because if you noticed, whatever feelings we feel, it's the breath. When someone is scared, it's the breathing thing. When you're happy, it's breathing is related to all the feelings that we're feeling. So this is how I control my feelings, and this is how I control my life. Even when you don't feel well, or you're in a bad mood, or someone did something to you, just breathe and you will see the difference. But this breathing technique, of course, it's more professional. You need to breathe from your tummy and in a certain way. But the good news is, when you learn it, you can do it on your own. You don't need to go to a gym and meditate and relax and have this peaceful mind. And also, depression, it's suppressed negative feeling after negative feeling after negative feeling. So what also helped me is getting rid of each negative feeling. I would let out one feeling, like, for example, love unreceived, and I release it. Another feeling like sadness, and I release it. And I felt it within me. It was getting less and less and less, the pain, until I got rid of all of them completely. And I started doing yoga. With doing yoga and exercising, I was able to control my feelings. Exercise 3 times a week minimum, 45 minutes. I do it every week. And my relation with God, prayers. I believe in God, and I love God, and I pray and I call. One important thing that you need to know: do not fight it. Do not fight it. Let it pass. Be in peace with it. When it attacks, let it pass. And I can be in control of my thoughts also this way. With the breathing technique, I made sure that I can grab the first bad thought I have, and I can change it into 3 nice. With one bad thought you need to have about a subject, for example, you need 3 good thoughts about that subject, and the bad will go away, the bad thought will go away. This is the only way to be in control of your thoughts. I thought of sharing this, and be happy. Bye.